Costco TV walkthrough, Black Friday edition, up next.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Brian. This is Tech Therapy. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Costco TV walkthrough Black Friday edition. I do Costco videos every few months, but the sales are lower than ever considering Black Friday is either when you're watching this or just a few days away. Also, CES is right around the corner where new models will be announced and now TVs are at their lowest price, making it the best time to buy. So without further ado, let's go into Costco and get your next TV. Thank you so much for watching. All right, guys, let's do it. Costco TV walkthrough Black Friday edition. This will be airing on Thanksgiving. So if you're watching it on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I can already tell you my local Costco is set up differently with some random TVs placed here in the front. We're not going to recommend any of these but one, which is the TCL that you just saw. Costco's can be very intimidating as it seems like there's rows and rows of TVs. However, each aisle is basically the same TV, just different sizes for the most part. This video is going to cut through all of that and I'm only going to show you the TVs that I recommend. We're not going to go through all the models, just the ones I recommend from each manufacturer. What was very cool about this visit is I picked up a few new community members. Welcome to the community and channel. If you met me in Costco during this visit, I hope I was able to help you. I know I sold a few TVs while I was there. Please say hello in the comments. It was amazing meeting you guys and doing this in person versus on just a video. Talking to you guys in person is incredible. Without further ado, let's move on to our first manufacturer, Samsung. Here we have the 75-inch and 85-inch QN80F. This is a Neo QLED mini LED from Samsung. It is one step from the flagship QN90F, which is matte. Here, the QN80F is glossy. I love seeing the two TVs side by side to give you a real feeling of the differences between an 85-inch model and a 75-inch model. Having them in separate aisles, you do lose sense of scale. Seeing them side by side, you can really see the size difference, and that size difference is massive. The QN80F is an excellent quantum dot mini LED, very vibrant, very colorful. However, Samsung has done so well with their processing, they are also very accurate right out of the box. The QN80F is a very well-rounded purchase to make. Tizen is very quick and intuitive in regards to being an operating system. It'll look good in any room of the house. Excellent gaming TV as well. Highly recommended and the successor to last year's QN85D that was popular in Costco. Now quickly, this is the most popular Samsung TV in the world. This is the frame. I want to show it to you because it's here. It's not one I'd recommend for image quality, but it is very popular. You do have the matte screen, which makes it perfect for any room and displays art. I want to show it because it's here and it's very popular. I wouldn't personally buy it for its image quality, but for the aesthetic, people love it, so here it is. The Samsung S90F QD OLED is my favorite TV in the store, and year after year, the S90 series from Samsung is among our most recommended TVs as it's really value-based with the highest end image quality basically on the planet. It is very close to the higher-end S95F flagship, which has a matte screen and is a good deal more expensive. The S90F comes closer than any other higher mid-tier to flagship ratio than any other TV out there. Meaning if you purchase it, you're basically getting the top of the line flagship picture quality. And a lot of people prefer the S90F because it does have a glossy screen versus the more matte anti-glare treatment of the S95. Now, if you happen to see the S90D from last year, grab it up as the image quality is nearly identical, but the price is not. It will be significantly cheaper. If you see it, you will probably only see it in store. Grab it right away. Sorry about the swaying camera. The store is very crowded, but this is my favorite TV in the store. You have the 77-inch and the 65. Here, they are both phenomenal. We're going to actually jump to Hisense and the 100-inch U65QF. This is a Fire TV. It is a 144 hertz mini LED, I should say ULED mini LED from Hisense. They have a ton of amazing models, but for in-store, they only have the U65QF. I do have the 65-inch for review, which you can see on my channel, but the 100-inch here has an anti-reflective matte screen. Very impressive specs, $14.99 for a 100-inch ULED quantum dot mini LED. Again, 144 hertz, excellent gaming TV, very beautiful, actually quite bright as well. To have a mini LED at $14.99 at 100 inches is very hard to beat. As I mentioned earlier, Hisense's entire ULED mini LED lineup is excellent, and the U65QF is a great entry point. That price is hard to beat at 100 inches. While we're looking at giant TVs, let's look at the TCL QM6K Pro. This is one of my favorite TVs of the year and my value recommendation for most that are looking for mini LED. The QM6K Pro has the same screen as the higher-end QM7K, $14.99 for a 98-inch mini LED. Again, 144 hertz, Google TV, backlit remote. The QM6K has a very beautiful and natural image. It looks like a TV that costs twice the price. Glossy screen, as I mentioned, it does have the higher-end QM7K screen. Amazing gaming features. Can't miss with the QM6K Pro at any size. Love this TV. Full review on my channel. Now, the only real bargain TV we're going to look at is this TCL that you saw up front. This TV is very affordable. It is also 144 hertz and just has a very high-end specs for a TV of this class. The only recommendation I'll make at this level in this Black Friday video. And why the TCL Q7KK is the only value-based mini LED I'll talk about, as the image quality really drops when you go below this model from any of the other manufacturers. So the ones I'm recommending are value-based, but the image quality is still excellent, which is why I'm focusing on my best picks for this Black Friday TV Costco video. Let's move on to Sony. Now, Sonys are rather scarce in Costco's through no fault of their own. Their TVs are excellent. Here we have the Sony Bravia 5 Mini LED, which is the successor to the very popular X90L. I have the Bravia 5 in my studio, and while its specs aren't as high as the competition, its image quality actually surpasses it. Their processing is on another level. And what that means primarily is upscaling and giving you a more three-dimensional image. It makes most content look fantastic, a very natural and a beautiful image. It's right here next to the Sony Bravia 8 WOLED, also from Sony. The Bravia 8 is an excellent OLED that carries over from last year. Again, I have reviews on my channel. I love the Bravia 8. The challenge for the Bravia 8 is it's rather expensive compared to the competition. But if you do want an OLED with that XR cognitive processor that you're going to see on the Sony Bravia 5, the Bravia 8 is the only way to go. And the Bravia 8 has come down significantly in price. You're here looking at the 65-inch. There's also a 77-inch over in the front of the store. Highly recommend the Bravia 8, but it is a bit more expensive than the competition. But if you do want that Sony processing, here it is on the Sony Bravia 8. Last but not least, let's go to LG. LG is always close to my heart for being the first high-end TV manufacturer in Costco many years ago with their C8 OLED. You're looking at the C4 from last year. They are the kings of WOLED. They pioneered the technology. Here next to the new C5. Now you have the pricing of $19.99 for the 77-inch, $14.99 for the 77-inch C4. So C4 versus C5. I would go with the C4 if you want to save some money. The C5 is brighter, but the image quality is very similar. You really can't go wrong with either the LG C4 or the C5. Build quality is virtually the same. Image quality is absolutely beautiful. LG also amazing in regards to gaming. I'll also say the LG B series, one of my favorite TVs year after year. You may see it in store. That's one I'll definitely tell you to check out on the website, because the 83-inch B5 or the B4, much more affordable, more natural looking, and absolutely stunning. I love LG's presence at Costco, but I wouldn't recommend the LEDs, only the OLEDs, unless you see a QNED, anything below that. Not recommended. Stick with the OLEDs. Let's summarize with the Samsung QN80F, both 75 and 85 inch models. We also have the Samsung S90F, 65 and 77 inch QD OLEDs. We have the LG C4 and the LG C5. At 65 and 77, the Sony Bravia 8 and the Sony Bravia 5, whatever sizes are available if you can find them. We also have the Hisense 100-inch U65 QF ULED Quantum Dot Mini LED, the TCL 98-inch QM6K Pro, also a Quantum Dot Mini LED at 144 Hertz. And lastly, we have the value-based TCL Q77K. And that is my Black Friday Costco TV walkthrough video for you guys. And I mentioned in the intro, I know it can be intimidating walking through these stores of rows and rows of TVs. Again, they're largely the same model, just at different sizes. I've just picked out the best of the best, both in terms of image quality and value, that my specific Costco has to offer. There are many more options on the website, but I try to show you the in-store inventory so you can buy something right now and bring it home. Almost every TV that I showcased, I do have full reviews and videos, as well as comparisons against each other on my channel. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving, and I really appreciate you being here. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Take care. Love you guys.
It's better to burn out than to fade away. There can be only one.